Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion. Hello, 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 invaders. Welcome to Saturday night Paint on the Desk
Dino-Hobby edition. This is Eric, Indie Invasion. If you're joining me, welcome in. It's something we started a little while ago, and we are broadcasting on all the platforms tonight, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So if you could take a minute, follow, like, subscribe, all those places, we'd appreciate it. And feel free to join us on our other stream show. Every Thursday night, we do Shorts live stream where we talk about a gaming topic, me and Mac. It is just me for now. Sometimes Mac pops in. Now that I have all the business out of the way, what's going on, guys, on this Saturday night? Working on stuff. As you can see in front of me, I got some dinos again. Gonna work on getting some paint on them a little bit more for this right back here. I use this arm. This is better. It is for Drowned Earth. These are some of the dinos from the original core game, skirmish game, Drowned Earth. And if you missed out last week, I did do a very quick unboxing of Raptor Claw Island, which is their new Kickstarter. It's not in retail release just yet. Soon, I think. And that is basically a more of a board game-esque version in the same world as Drowned Earth, but it's a multiple player, solo even, Chronicles. So it's a campaign type of game where you play missions, and from mission to mission, your characters can get stronger, weaker, that type of thing. Now, it's not so much a skirmish miniatures game because of the board game and the missions and stuff like that. But I think almost all the stuff that's in there you can use in the regular skirmish game and vice versa, which is kind of cool. And they did make new minis that were kind of around the pirates that are in Raptor Claw. I feel it's there it is. Excuse me, guys. I felt that sucker coming, and I tried holding it back. But anyway, as I was saying, there is new miniatures that they create in that world, which are like pirates and stuff like that. And if you guys haven't heard Mac talk about it, he did have the opportunity to design his own character in it. It's a pretty cool hippo. It's a character. It's a hippo that if you guys haven't seen any of the new stuff, head over to their I think their Kickstarter, and you just look through the updates. You can see some of the cool stuff that they had unlocked and all that. I thought I was going to do these. I have new dinos that I got through that I was hoping maybe I put together and I can work on with these guys, but they're big guys, so it takes a lot of cleaning up and all that to get them ready to paint. So just never got to it. I was trying to work. You can't see it now because the boxes and stuff are blocking it. I'm trying to finish up still that Black Site Studio Motel. I am so close to getting that done. I am basically working on these signs that they have for the motel that goes on top of the little carport that they have in there. Let me see if I can get in this camera. Yeah, kind of see it. But all these things are like paper graphics that I had to cut out and get to fit on here. And had to do a little adjusting because the printing was a little bit off. Not that was a big problem. So I'm still working on that. And yeah, I have plenty of minis to work on. So this was just one of those ones that when I got the Kickstarter in the mail, I was like, I'm going to work on these tonight, I think. Let's see who's joining me tonight. If you guys are popping in, feel free to say hi. Let me know what you guys are working on if you're working on anything tonight with me. Or if you just showed up to hang out and chit chat, that's cool too. You guys keep me company. Looks like we got a couple people that are watching us across all the different platforms. Tyler, welcome in, Tyler. I'm glad you made it. I know sometimes you were having issues getting to some of our live streams, so I'm glad you're here. I hope the move went good. You moved a little further south from where you originally were. And congrats on the new job and all that. Sounds like you got your work cut out for you, but I'm sure it's enjoyable. Let's see. Tyler's also talking about, you went to a GW store today and bought some of those new contrast paints. Very cool. Very cool. I know they got some new stuff coming out for GW. I last weekend almost finally broke down and just bought the whole Army Painter box set that they got. I know they got some new ones coming out. I should have just, bit that bullet and bought it, but well, my son went with me, and he kind of more or less talked me into buying him some D&D books, and of course not newer ones, old ones, so they cost more. That's the neat thing about one of my local stores. They have a lot of older stuff in there, but you're gonna pay those collector prices. So what else is he saying? And a box of Veteran Guardsmen. Still unpacking things and trying to set up. So yeah, you got a little ways before you can find that perfect space to get set up and situated so you can start working on your hobby. Bad times, huh? Sorry to hear that, Tyler. But thank you for saying how cool it looks. It'll be cooler when it's done. But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I almost bought them. I'm just gonna have to do it one of these days and just dive in, whole hog instead of just getting a bottle here, bottle there. If you guys missed it, we did have a chit chat on one of our shorts 2 weeks ago, I think now, and I had it with a special guest actually because Mac was still sick at that time, and yeah, Matt Burns, writer of Don't Look Back, came on and we talked about contrast paint. So if you guys missed out on that, go in our either Facebook page, it's in the videos section in there, or you can go on our YouTube channel, and we got that on there too, that you can just go back and rewatch it and see what we had to say. I don't know if we solved anything. I hope we helped some people maybe make an evaluated opinion of if they wanted to jump in or not. Like I said, I still have to jump in. My experience with it is very limited, so I was very happy to have Matt on the show because he's used them a bunch of times. So I tapped into his expertise. So thank you, Matt. What else going on? Anything new games? I can't think of anything new. I know Mac has been hitting his Zombicide expansions pretty hard this past week. I think this week he's painted about 50 some zombies. And I'll tell you what, I am almost ready to send him my 10 years worth of Zombicide stuff that is just sitting in a box. I don't know if I'll ever get to any of it. But so he could paint it for me. But if he doesn't, I'm starting to get the feeling that I need to do that. I mean, I've been wanting to do a more recent one I got. They did a Night of the Living Dead. So the zombies in it were more modeled after the movie, the original movie. So they weren't like that kind of cartoony comic book style that most of them have. And I've been wanting to get those painted up and I can use in County Road Z game, as my zombies in there because they're kind of just general characters. And they would fit with just the random survivors that you would make for that game. So one of these days I'm trying to kind of clear the desk off. I always keep finding new projects to work on. Like right now, I've had these Drowned Earth dinos for a while, and I only painted one faction for that game, and then I moved to the next. I think it was probably Retro Ray Gun at that time, and I painted a faction of that, and then I went to Street Wars, and then I went to this or that. So it's hard for me to stay focused on one game and just paint everything. I like a little bit of variety, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah, Tyler. So you know my pain of your kid with you and talks into, oh, but dad, this is cool. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, they have a tendency to do that, and I thought it was cool. I introduced him to RPGs, and he's playing in 5 different games now with his buddies, and he's just been using his phone or a wiki on the computer. And I'm like, yeah, you could use this. You would use it, and I know you would value it. So early Christmas present, right? Man, let me take a little sip of coffee to wet my whistle there a little bit. But yeah, I don't think I have any news or anything exciting for you guys. Usually these Saturday night hobby paint on the desk hangouts, we just kind of hang out, chit chat, and work on stuff. I try to save the news for our shorts, but yeah, I usually chit chat a little bit to let people get some time to find the stream and get in here. And so, if you have buddies that are into this stuff, share it, share the love, tell them about the show, and see if they want to come hang out with us. So, wow. But I think with all of that chit chat, I am going to go ahead and I think turn the camera down, and we are going to go ahead and start getting into tonight's project. I usually like to do these projects on Saturday nights for about 2 hours. Usually what I try to shoot for, depending if I have, enough work, or sometimes I go a little longer. It's like I get in that groove, which I'm sure a lot of you guys do. You get in that groove and you wanna finish it, right? You wanna keep going. Um, I think that's what happened last Saturday. I went an extra almost 30 minutes, which is fine. Saturday night, I don't got anywhere to be tomorrow on a Sunday. So I tend to try to get as much done as I can. But yeah, I mean, I think it's time to get to painting. So let me take another sip because I feel a cough coming. Fresh hot coffee. So, all right, let's do some switching here. I got to change the background because we are getting ready to paint. So we got to have our official paint on the desk color palette. I'm using some of these colors similar that are on here. And then of course you guys don't want to stare at me anymore. So I'm going to switch to the Dinos actually, which are not in focus, which I thought they were. They were so small. There they go. It must have just popped out of focus on me. So that's what I'm working on. So these two guys and these two little guys here, I worked on last weekend, and I did get pretty good base on him. This was tough because I primed them in black, and the black just really soaked up my color. So I had a hard time. Now these guys here, they were black. What I ended up doing earlier today when I was setting up, I noticed some of that black spray primer I had on them didn't really cover good. A lot of the edges I could see the silver of the metal, and kind of inside there underneath his arms and stuff. I don't even think the primer hit it. So I went ahead and did a brush on primer. I like using this one. It's a Vallejo surface primer. You just brush on. I started using this in the wintertime, so I didn't have to worry about spraying out in the garage or outside. And this is the middle of the road. It's just a gray. It's very light gray though, so it's not quite white but close. I'd like to try and get the other colors they have for this. I know they have black, they have white. I want to say they have a green and a brown that I'd like to try and use just to see what kind of effects I can get. Usually the darker the primer, the darker your colors are going to be, which I was surprised with these paints because I was using Pro Acryl, but man, I guess it's just the black. It just swallows up that color. So, oh well. I got it working kind of. Let me adjust the camera here a little bit. And make sure I'm going to be in the camera for when I'm actually painting. All right, so there. That's probably good right there. Oh, I see comments. Let me see. Yeah, Tyler, dinos are kind of, you could use in just about anything. I think if sci-fi wise, one of the games I have, let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, one of the games that I really want to use these for. Oh, where is it? Move. Looking through my game shelf here. Ah, there it is. Passed it twice. So, one of the games I want to use these dinos on is this little game called Carniverse. Now, this game, of course, Mac got me turned on to. It's by Nick Wilkins, and it is by Cardboard Dungeon Games. I ordered this straight from their website, but basically what this is it's a skirmish game where you got survivors going out on missions, and it kind of reminds me of a lot of the zombie games that are out there where you're just, going in a scenario and trying to survive. The dice checks are fairly simple type stuff, but there's dinos that work with an AI in here. So I know I found a couple videos of this online where you can watch the creator playing through with some guys. And yeah, this is one of the games that it's like, okay, I want some dinos so I can play this game. So that's kind of the motivation, I guess, to paint this up so I can finally get that game to the table. I don't have any dinosaurs. I know there's lots of companies that make dinosaurs, so yeah, it's tempting, Tyler, to put some dinos in Don't Look Back. I think I can convince Matt to come up with something for dinos. I mean, I'm just trying to think of all the different bad sci-fi channel movies that have dinos in them, right? The Saturday night, monster movies that they had on there. Shoot, we need to come up with I need to find a mini. Maybe I can make some, because I know there's shark minis, and just make a Sharknado and make that a scenario. Yeah, Tyler, if Carniverse sounds kind of interesting, just type it up on YouTube. I think the channel that did that, they ran through all the scenarios in that book with the creator, and it was a lot of fun. It was neat to see how the game works. And like I said, fairly simple, easy to play, skirmish type of game with the dinosaurs and stuff. That is by no means easy, but looked a lot of fun. So Rob Adams did a Sharknado mini. Oh, that would be pretty cool to see on the table. I mean, I painted up that Bigfoot mini for Don't Look Back, and that was one of those extra unlocks from Zombicide. And somebody, I don't know if I saw it on Facebook. Somebody was talking about different monsters they could use, and one or two from the second edition Kickstarter people brought up, and I'm like, ooh, I got that one. I should dig it out. Ooh, I got that one too. I got to dig it out. So, like, there's one guy that was on all fours. I can't even remember what he's called, but he was supposed to be a crazed cannibal or something. Kind of like, I don't know, you think of a guy that's been out in the woods a little bit too long. So Yeah, they had some neat minis in there. Slender Man, you know, some of your classic horror tropes. So I'm gonna have to check some of those out again that I can paint up and have some fun with. All right. Let's get some painting. Let's sling some paint. Oop, my light was already on. All right, let's see if I can do this and not have it in my face, but have a little bit more light. All right. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I started these guys. So now I have them off camera. I dug these out last week for little references for the different dinos. I got to do these guys yet that look like little parrot dinosaurs. And then the dome heads I also started working on. Now last week I worked on these guys. I have to do all the like yellow and orange on those yet. And I did do these last week, and I added some dark blue contrast to them to kind of strengthen some of the shadows. And I think I could start doing the detail work on their face and their tongue and all that. And then I also did start working on the big guy. He needs a little bit more work. I had to re-glue him to the base. He started coming off when I was working on him. But I started doing a little bit of work on the dome heads. Now, I didn't want to do this blue, red, yellow look. It's too much. So what I ended up doing, I was experimenting with colors, and I figured, well, the primer's so dark, what the heck? So I put a burnt red on him as a base. You know, you can still see a lot of the black primer, which is fine. That'll work as my shadows for a starting point. But I got a couple other colors here that I can, you know what? I think that's actually not burnt red, but burnt sienna. So the next color I was thinking of doing was a burnt orange, and then maybe like a yellow ochre around his head and just kind of fade it out down his body. So it's not super bright, but I'll give some kind of like skin pattern to him. So I started these guys already. I just wanted to experiment, see if that was a decent color to start with. And then, of course, I got these guys to work on tonight. I pulled a couple colors, some bright colors to try and make them look like a parrot. But I want to give those guys a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and start with these dome guys, since I think that was the last guys I was working on. Well, we'll see what kind of progress I can make tonight, Tyler. That's why I kind of didn't chit-chat too much. I want to jump right into it. So let me see. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit for you guys. All right, I think that's usually about where I have it. And since I did the burnt sienna already for a base, a nice base on them, I'm going to jump into the burnt orange. So I'll give this a shake up. I like these Pro Acryls because they do have the little agitator in them already. I know more and more paint companies are starting to do that, which is kind of cool. Holy cow, we've been on already for almost 30 minutes and I haven't even put paint down. I think that's an indication that I am flapping my gums a little bit too much. Let me make some room here. And now basically all I'm doing is I'm just dry brushing. I'm not getting fancy with blending and all that kind of stuff. I'm just straight up dry brushing. Trying to adjust my camera so you guys can see pretty good. Keeps trying to autofocus on me. Okay, I'm going to turn my paint so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. So, just a little bit of dab, brushing off a little bit on my towel over there on the side. Sometimes I do this too, just to test it. Get some more paint off of it. Now, I probably got too much off. Yeah, I did. Because I can barely see any kind of progress there. And I think I need to adjust my overhead light a little bit. Now, basically, my goal here too is just I'm going lighter and lighter with tone. And I keep taking too much paint off of it. Now I'm going to put more focus on the front up here, just because that's the part I'm going to go lighter on. Okay, it's focusing on. I'm going to zoom back out, you guys, because it's focusing on my hands too much. That what I'm working on is blurry. I'm kind of doing this very lightly. You know, I'm not like digging the brush into them to get the paint out. I'm just kind of very easily going across it. what I'm doing is right now I'm looking at it overhead and I'm imagining my line of sight is basically the sun. And what I see is what I'm hitting a little bit more to make it brighter, highlight it more. So there was a layer of the burnt orange. You can see the difference. So now I'm going to do the other dome head here. I'm going to change my view a little bit, guys. Change the view a little bit. It's just, I keep noticing it's just losing its focus on the mini. And I just scraped off a big hunk of primer there. Goody. Well, I'm going to have to fix that. This primer did not do well. Either I did not wash the mini enough, or I just, yeah, that kind of blows. Easy enough fix with the brush on primer. I'm just gonna brush a little bit on, and then I'll have to backtrack a little bit with my colors, but actually, you know what I might do is I might hit this with some matte spray fix. I got some clear coat that hopefully will just kind of attach to there, and then I can just do it again, touch it up. That kind of is frustrating there. But since I got the paint out, I am going to continue trying to do this. This gradual blend from his head down, because his head is going to be the lightest part. And of course, try to hit the, ooh, too much. There we go. Just blend it out. Blend it out. It's all right. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. I must have hit right at that right edge of the brush right there. The brushes go into the staff of the brush itself, the bristles. Happens. Not a big deal. It's just one more step that I'm going to have to deal with. All right, let me dig out my spray. Spray that real quick so it has time to dry. Saturn Max. All right, Tyler. I don't know if I'm catching this a little late, but we'll catch you later. I'll post pictures for sure so you guys can see the final product. And we'll talk to you later, man. All right. Put him to the side, let him dry. Oop, I better close this before I forget that it's open. All right, I'm gonna jump to these guys, I think. So let me see. So I think what I'm gonna start with, this blue. And I'm actually gonna go with this dark blue. It's a dark gray blue. And then I'll blend it up to, like this blue. It'd be like a parrot blue. Ooh, I sprayed that spray and now it stinks down here, and that did not mix good. That's a little bit better. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove some of my brushes. Let's use this one. I might go to a bigger one, just some of these areas a little bit bigger, but I'm going to use this as a base, so I'm not going to dry brush. It looks like most of his body is this blue. And he's kind of got a mix of red tail feathers. So I'll try to go from his shoulder blades back this blue. Kind of like a big, literally, this guy looks like a parrot, or almost the way the feathers go on him on the model reminds me of a chicken in a way. So I'm gonna go part way down his legs here. Kind of looks about like where a calf muscle would be. And then let's see. If I go a little over, that's okay because I'm planning on blending it anyway. And if I miss some, I can just put some wash on there to fill in a little bit. Ooh, glad I didn't drop that in my paint. Okay, let's do some more of his tail feathers because I know I missed a lot. I am going to leave most of the tip there. I am going to go over this with a brighter, cleaner, almost a bright blue, a royal blue. I think it's just called blue, but it's a bright blue, very traditional blue. So this will work just as kind of like a shadowy color. And then I'm going to go over some of the areas with red because he's got, in the picture reference I'm using, a little bit of red underneath here. So actually, let me add more of this right down the middle. So about right there. Okay. Grab the other guy. So let's see, same thing. We'll go to about here. Front hip. We'll go down there. Not too concerned about covering stuff I don't necessarily want this color, because I can just come back and paint over it. I just want to get some color down, give me an idea of what the heck I'm looking at. If I miss some, like underneath, it's hard to get to. So that's more or less the area that I'm probably gonna have to use the wash to kind of hit it with some kind of color. Okay. That looks pretty good for that color. Let me look at this guy again. Oop, I forgot under his tail. I didn't do any of that. I'll do a little more on this guy underneath. That's pretty good. The next color is going to be yellow, the blue, and the red. All right, so let's close that up. Oh, let's go to, I'll let that sit and dry for a little bit. I'm thinking I need to work on this big guy a little bit here. Okay, his foot dried on me, so that's good. The last color I was using on him was a light umber. I think what I want to do is I got a color. Let me see. It's a camel pale brown. It's close to what a light umber would be. Actually, I think it's lighter. So I might try and apply some of this to him. Yeah, when I get pretty good ways to done with these, you guys, I'm gonna post them up on our Instagram, Facebook, and our Discord. You guys can check all those out just by searching Indie Invasion. And if you're not in the Discord, we do have a link down in our little episode show notes usually, but here's one right here too. Which is the same one. I think it's an open link that you guys can just copy and paste and get in there. We are open with the invite, so you guys want to join in and see what everybody's working on. You know, you can follow the link here or in our show notes, or just go on any of our social media. We have links everywhere for this stuff, any of our videos on YouTube. But yeah, come on and join us on Discord and share what you're working on, see what everybody else is working on. It's kind of a growing community. Everybody's very willing to help each other, which is a great thing about the Discord. Post what you're working on. All right, so let's see what exactly this is going to do. Let me find a brush. Now, this guy's heavy too, so I'm going to try and hold him like this. I need to get a bigger holder, I think. And let's see. Let's start with his head, I think. as dry brushing goes, instead of just making one pass, I like to do is I kind of go in like a semicircle, kind of like this, a counterclockwise. Of course, it'd help if I had enough paint on the brush to do that. Quite a bit of detail on this guy, which is pretty cool. Kind of makes it real easy to do what I'm doing. This was actually a pretty good color. Complements pretty good the umbers that I was using, the light umber and stuff. All right, let's move down its tail a little bit. See if I can get some of these wrinkles to stand out a little bit more. So that side, this newer color I just added, and then you can see the difference compared to that side. Quite a difference. So where did I do it? There it is. Some more paint in my palette, and it looks like we've been on for an hour already. Holy cow, the time goes. Unbelievable. You know what? I kind of have to take a picture of this before and after. So bear with me, guys, while I do this. Okay. I just totally hit my camera, didn't I, guys? All right, so I need to fix my camera now. I didn't hit it too bad, I guess. Okay, we'll start at his head again. Just that little bit, and I can see a difference already. think it's kind of cool that just that little highlight in there, you can see his rib cage through the skin. As he's breathing type of thing. I think that's really neat. The level of detail on these models. He's got a lot of texture to the skin too, which is really grabbing the paint. I can't believe I did not put enough paint down. Okay, hopefully that's enough paint. All right, let's see. So you can totally see this calf. And I guess that would be an ankle, knuckle, toes. So I'm doing that trick again. I'm looking at them like this to see exactly what I see. And then it's more or less what I'm hitting. I think what helps with me doing the circular motions too is it makes it a little more natural. You don't get as much like where it looks like lines. I always felt it was easier to blend in that kind of application way. Dabbing off my dry brush right on some other brushes over here. Oops. As I hit my camera. Trying to get these skin folds to stand out a little bit more. Uh-oh. What did I just do? I must have dipped my brush in a color I did not want. There, let me see if I can get that cleaned up. Not with that brush. Give me a clean brush. Shoot, shoot, shoot. It's okay. It's early enough that I'm just going to go right over it again anyway. I don't know what I did. I must have, as I was twisting on my brush, went bloop right down in that blue. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I don't know for sure how I did that, but wow, yeah. All right, well, since they had that little mishap, I'm going to have to let them dry a little bit before I try to put more paint on them. Let's see if I can get them to focus. There we go. So I will put them aside, let them dry. Keep hitting stuff tonight. Well, let's see. A little over an hour. I could get back to the little I guess these, well, no, not them. These guys. My dome heads. I had this guy that I had to, yeah, I'm still not sure what exactly happened there. Knocked a little bit of the primer off. So I'm going to have to go backwards a little bit and add some of the burnt sienna, I think, and then the burnt orange on him. Just so you guys can see that little spot there where I knocked it off on the right at the start of his tail there. I'm not too sure how I did that. So maybe I'll do that. I'll fix him, and then maybe I'll go to my little parrot birds. Since I started them, I'd like to get a little bit more color on them, some of the bright colors. I didn't think I'd work on the big guy here, which you can't even see. I knocked my camera around so much. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get that done out of the way. Let's see. So I will need him. I need that. A little bit of touch up. So I just need a little bit. I'm not going to get too into making sure it's fixed because a lot of this is going to get gone over too. Do this so I can kind of blend it. Let's see. Let me get a small brush. Nope. Yep. Here's one. I'll try and hit it directly. Okay. And then I'll go to the burnt orange. There's that one. That was probably way more than I needed, but that's okay. I don't think I got very far with him with this color. That's cool. Don't have to be exactly as bright as the other one, but can't tell that little goof up was there now. There we go. Yeah, can't even really tell that it was there. A little bit brighter around his head here, his chest and shoulders. Maybe down the center, because that is where I'm gonna do the yellow ochre. and blend that down. There's kind of what we got so far. Yeah, I kind of really want to keep working on these dome head guys. I'm kind of feeling the groove here with these guys. Oh, my camera's moving around on me again. It's a little loose. So yeah, the next color is this yellow ochre that I'm going to do. And I'm going to try and just do this around their head. Oh, let's see. Let me look at my reference here. And not that it helps so much, but I'm going to go around like his, probably his like shoulders, a little bit on his chest. I mean, basically, I'm just trying to block in my colors, and I can give them a wash of some kind, and then if I need to, I can highlight more. I can start doing detail work, that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. Do I have a dry brush? Not really. I think I washed both of them already, and they're not dry. So I'm trying to rub the water, dab it out. Well, I'll start light. All right, so top of his head. So right there is the highest point. And then I'm just going to blend it out from there. And I think I'm going to make his whole kind of head this yellow ochre. I'm just trying to get it to blend out right now. I might come back, add a little bit more, but that's not bad, not bad. Let's do the other one now. All right. Same thing. I'm going to pick the top of his head as the high point to start at. And then just blend from there. I'm going to try and get this guy's head a lot yellower. Lightly do that backbone a little bit, and then whoop, down his tail. Ooh. Oh, not bad. I better stop so I don't put too much of that on there. It looks like it's blended good to me, so. All right, let's go to, oops, I'm knocking paint over here. Back to my little parrot guys, huh? Let's do those guys. So these guys. Oh, back to my reference here. Oh, I got a little bit of this yellow ochre. I might as well just use it up. Should help me figure out what's what. Because, let's see, it looks like a lot of the feathers here on his arms are this yellowy color. Let's go this way. And I actually can't really tell what his claws color-wise are in this reference. So I'm probably going to do... I have to look at my oranges. Because like I said, I'm thinking big chicken, the parrot. And you think about what color their feet are. I have to go see if I can get this down in this chest here. Well, he missed the inside of his arm there. And then let's do the other guy. And then I'll switch to a red just to block it in. I can always come back and change it up. Go brighter yellow. This is just a yellow ochre. I'm just doing this to kind of figure out where exactly I want that section of color to be. Kind of hard to get in some of these areas. These guys aren't exactly big, so I'm going to put a little bit of yellow on top of his head. Kind of mixed in with those feathers. That I'm going to make red anyway. Yeah, this guy's going to be a lot of just blending and adding different layers of different shades of colors and Next would be, I think that red. I'm just going to go straight red. The bold red. It's probably going to really make them pop. I think I got the dome guys where I want them to be, though. Just looking at them sitting here with the rest, they stand out from the rest, which is what I more or less wanted. Holy cow, look how red that is. Okay, wait till you guys see how bold red this is. All right, so yowza. How red that is. Nice in your face red, that's for sure. Holy cow, but I like it. You know, it's basically what I wanted was this bright ass red. I'll make this whole front part red. Okay. It's like one angle I can see where his eye is. When I turn it, I can't see it, so I'm gonna have to go this way a little bit. Now, I haven't done that bright blue yet, but I think I'm gonna just do this as like a layer, and I can go over some of it with that brighter blue. Kind of cool. Get a little bit of water in here. I want to make sure I get all that white primer more or less blocked off. I don't want that really showing, so it turned out pretty good. His tail, I mean, like I said, I still got to go over it with a brighter blue, but I think he looks like a chicken. Probably go over this with a brighter yellow too, that's for sure. Definitely stand out. All right, let's see. So this one, you can see more of his neck. Okay, there's his eyes. I'll just paint them all. Probably what I'll do is I'll come back and add like a golden yellow for his eyes, glowing type of thing. I mean, technically he is a reptile, so. Okay, let's do his tail feathers like I did before. Just going with the grain to make sure I get all the white. Man, I keep hitting everything from my camera to. I just got everything too close to me today. kind of look like a mess to me right now. Because it's not the exact colors and blends that I want, but gotta start somewhere. And the camera's out of focus again. There it goes. Yeah, that's the one I just did. All right, bright blue. I'm gonna shake this pretty good. Looking at the time, about 10 minutes to 2 hour stream. If you guys have made it this long, thank you for hanging in and hanging out, watching me paint. If you're catching this late, I hope you made it this long. If you jumped around, that's cool too. We appreciate any little bit that you guys give us. Man, this blue just does not like to mix. Maybe it's because I don't use it enough. I had to stop because I was drinking the coffee. All right, let's try it now. Better. Kind of. All right. Mix that up. So, easiest thing to do is I'm going to start right on his back with this blue. I'm going to go right up the middle. Not too bad. to switch up my brush a little bit to get some of these other areas better that I want kind of blended better. So let me get a different brush and try. Oh, let me try a flat brush actually, because these are great for doing kind of your edge work. Like with these feathers. And the highlights on his legs where I want them blue. Because it'll just, the flat edge will just hit the high points that I want hit. Well, let me zoom down. Let me close paint before I spill paint. And zoom down, give you guys a close look of the progress we made today, which wasn't, I don't know, I never feel like it's a lot, but maybe it is, I don't know. So I did a little bit, we did the dome guys here. We did our little chicken parrot guys. And of course, the big guy. I'm gonna get some better light on him. So here's what we kind of did tonight, guys. So we got quite a bit on him. As you can see, he's way more highlighted. A little bit of a goof up with some blue on his head, but I love that you can see his rib cage there. And then we got some work done on these guys. I mean, I'm going to do definitely some washing to them. I want to add a brighter yellow to the arms. The washes will really pay off in these feathers. especially underneath, which I didn't even think about trying to do. But I think they're well on their way of looking like kind of like a parrot color scheme. And then these guys right here, my dome heads. There's just a couple ochres and then it's a brown ochres and then a yellow ochre was what I used on them. So that was what we got done tonight, guys. It's like I said, never feels exactly like it's a lot. I don't know. It's more than nothing, I guess, and of them sitting primed in the bin. So I still got to do these guys with some orange, and these guys got a little bit of wash. So, but then I got these guys I got to build yet. So I got my Triceratops guy, which he recently got. Well, it's hard to see. He's awful shiny. He'll be cool, man. His horns are poking through, and then I got this guy. Oh, what is this guy called? Ankylosaur. The little like hedgehog looking spiky guy. So it's kind of close for his, focus, but hopefully I'll put those guys together in the next week. I kind of want to, just to get them together. I do enjoy building these things sometimes. So let me move that. And just like that, guys, it is 2 hours. Let me move some stuff so I don't spill them. And I will do a switcheroo here. And turn that off because you guys don't need to hear the background noise that much anymore. But you guys, thanks for joining me on a Saturday night hobby hangout. You guys that stopped in and hung out for a little while, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, saying hi. Hopefully you guys, if you're catching this later, you were having some fun with gaming this weekend. I try to do these every Saturdays. I was doing them on Tuesdays, but our last couple Tuesdays have been pretty crazy here at home. So I haven't been able to, I've either been so worn out from work or not. But yeah, I like doing these because I'm actually, as you can see, getting some stuff done. I got some dinosaurs painted tonight, which was cool. I had them for a while for the drowned Earth, and yeah, I want to get more just so I can use them in the Carniverse game that I was telling you guys about. It's another one worth checking out that you can use dinosaurs in. And but let's see, no new comments, but like I said, thank you for joining me tonight, you guys. This is Indie Invasion podcast. We like to talk about all the indie games out there. And if you could, please take time to hit all those like, follow, subscribe buttons. Lets us know that you like what we're doing, and join us every Thursday nights where we do our live stream. Me and Mac talking about a gaming topic in the gaming world. Just this past week, we talked about game expansions or just new content, more content, and its value. Do you like it? Do you don't like it? That type of thing. So check us out on for those topics if you missed out. And my mouse is being weird here. But you can catch them either video, on Facebook, YouTube, or you can listen to it on audio when you're on the go on all the podcast platforms. Podbean is our main home. They have every single audio podcast we've done. I just recently discovered that Google only holds so many. So if you want the full library, check us out on Podbean. Make sure you follow that, because whenever we post a new one up, you will be notified of that. Please check us out on all the social media platforms out there: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and drop us a line if you have questions or suggestions for shows, or maybe there's an indie game out there that you guys want to see. And if you would like to join the Discord, it's a growing community where the invader community shares their projects, asks questions of the community. It's a really cool place to hang out. I think it's starting to take over as kind of a favorite community interaction over Facebook. I don't know what it is about it, but I do like that community feel that it has, and it's really cool to see you guys interacting with each other on there. So if you guys want to check that out and join, you can follow this link here, or we have them in the show notes too, so you guys can check them out there. And, I haven't said this in a while, but check out the CoastalCon website, coastaltext.com. That is actually our official sponsor. And that is actually where you can get news on it's in February, usually, the February convention that Mac runs, CoastalCon, that kind of centers around all the independent games. So you can get all the news there for that. And, of course, we couldn't do this. Well, we could do this. Let me rephrase that. But we do appreciate any support you guys give us out there. You can visit us at Patreon if you want to help us along a little bit. If not, that's cool. But if you really like what you see here, we have merch for you guys at Redbubble. If you want a hat or a coffee mug or a t-shirt, or God knows what else Redbubble can put your logo on. They have a lot. So check that out if you want some merch for the show. And hey, guys, that's all I got for you this Saturday night. Hopefully I can do another stream earlier in the week, but if not, I hope to see all you guys on our next live Thursday night short stream. But you know what, guys? Until next time, when you're working on painting and everything, prepare yourself for the invasion, and we will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.
Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.